Abraham Lincoln was born in February 12, 1809 in Kentucky. His family moved to southern Indiana in 1816. His father was a pioneer and a farmer, and his mother was a deeply religious woman who died when Lincoln was 9 years old. Abraham Lincoln has two siblings. Lincoln was the middle child of his family. The first child of his parents is Sarah Lincoln Ripley, Abraham Lincoln's older sister. The last child of his parents is Thomas Lincoln, and they had to struggle life for many years.
Lincoln's education. In 1819, his father and stepmother enrolled him and his siblings in a school taught by Andrew Crawford in a cabin about a mile away from their home. Lincoln learned spelling, reading, and writing. He seemed to learn slow. The teachers of the school that Lincoln occasionally attended do not have or need many qualifications. However, they helped Lincoln master the basic skills of reading, writing, and arithmetic, a foundation that Lincoln was able to build upon to educate by himself. His reading also began to annoy his father, Thomas Lincoln, who wanted to work on monument for physical liberty to Abraham Lincoln. He walked miles to borrow a book. Even though his neighbors gave him some books, he wanted to read more and more. After a time, when he began to jump into politics, his reading benefits him. He is a self-made, educated person.
Lincoln, at the age of 1731, he mostly spent on the front line. In March 1830, 21-year-old Lincoln and his family moved to Illinois, and Lincoln settled in the village of New Salem, where he worked as a boatman and a store clerk. Lincoln formed a partnership with William Berry, who purchased a general store on credit in New Salem, Illinois. Lincoln worked in the store with Berry. They were able to sell spirits, including liquor, for 12 cents a pint. They offered plenty of alcoholic beverages, as well as food, including taking out liquor. But Barry became an alcoholic, and he was too drunk to take care of the store himself, so Lincoln ended up helping the store. Although the economy was booming, the business struggled and went into debt, so Lincoln had to sell his share for the store. During the merge, he entered politics. He ran for the Illinois General Assembly, but his lack of formal education and powerful friends and many lost the election. Lincoln also served as the New Salem postmaster and later as a county surveyor, but continued his reading and decided to become a lawyer.
At age 23, with no real qualification and a very limited formal education, Abraham Lincoln ran for his first Illinois political office. In November 7, Lincoln and his former law partner, Stephen T. Logan, were both elected as state representatives from Sangamon County. After 4 terms in the state legislature, Lincoln left office in 1841 but returned to public life in 1846 to win the Wing nomination for a seat from the Illinois 7th Congressional District to the U.S. House of Representatives. In 1856, he joined the newly formed Republican Party. 2 years later, he ran for the U.S. Senate, making a name for himself in those famous debates.
Before he became a lawyer, he also had many jobs, most of them interesting for him, and he was also unsuccessful in most of it. But later, Lincoln started to work as a lawyer. Since Lincoln was a self-taught, educated person, he didn't go to a law school. He studied rigorously through a large selection of law books and some early cases. Finally, in 1837, with the age of 25, Lincoln earned a law license. He also partnered with John T. Stewart. This partnership taught more about the judge and the court system. Over the next few years, Lincoln worked with Stewart and also he worked as a lawyer. What he did was a good thing because he has a great skill at speaking and writing. Also, many clients come over around the country to choose him as a legal representative. Even during the railroad boom of the late 1800s, Lincoln participated and helped defend the companies with their property rights. This also earned a great reputation as a lawyer. Once Lincoln started entering politics and Andrew Jackson was president, Lincoln shared the sympathy that the Jacksonians professed for the government, but he disagreed with the Jacksonians who said the government should be reversed from economic enterprise. And also, he said that the legitimate object of government is to do for a community of people. So this means that even businesses should be do in the separate and individual capacity. And he also wanted to make the government for the people. And also he mostly admired Henry Clay and Daniel Webster. These two people were using the power of the federal government to encourage businesses and develop the country resources by the means of a national bank and also improving transportation. It is also the same that what Lincoln wanted to do for the people. Also, he made improvements, and also he also joined the Whig Party, which these two people he admired from him.
In 1849, he returned to his job despite being first by opening up additional land to the slavery as a result of the Kansas Nebraska Plan. Then Abraham Lincoln re-entered politics in 1854, becoming a leader in the new Republican Party. And in 1856, he joined the newly formed Republican Party. 2 years later, making a name for himself with now famous. He reached the national audience in 1858 and conflict debates against Stephen Douglas. Lincoln ran for president in 1860, driven to large Cambridge. Pro-slavery elements in the South viewed his system as a threat to slavery, and Southern states began seceding from the Union to secure its independence. The new Confederation states filed on Fort Sumter, a U.S. fort in South Carolina, and Lincoln called out protest to suppress the rebellion and restore the Union. During his re-election campaign of 1864, President Lincoln promoted a constitutional amendment that would end slavery throughout the country. Abraham Lincoln used all the powers of his office to have Congress pass the amendment.
Though he did not have any formal education, yet he was self-made educated by reading the good books. He could become one of a successful person too. He became self-made educated person, lawyer, politician, and lastly became the 10th President of the United States of America. His greatest accomplishment was to give more freedom to African Americans as he opposed against slavery. Assassination of Abraham Lincoln at Fort Detrick in Washington, D.C. on the evening of April 14, 1865. Abraham Lincoln was shot in the head by Confederate sympathizer John Wilkes Booth, and Lincoln died the next morning.
There are so many good lessons Abraham Lincoln taught us as a world leader. First, he taught us to be self-learning. Since Lincoln was young, he mostly spent with farm work, but he borrowed books from his neighbors, the mom and teacher. They borrowed him because of his thirst for learning. We can see that being dependent on yourself can bring a stronger mindset. Second, he taught us to never stop reading good books. Not all people may like reading good books, but reading is really enjoyable. There is so much information a good book can provide. Third, Lincoln tells us to try something new. Trying something new can make people learn new things and explore more. Lincoln tells us to experiment many new things while we can live in this world. He tells us to be different. No matter where you come from or how you look, be different. We can learn to be more like Lincoln by starting today. We can learn to be a self-learner, start reading a good book. We can try something new and we can be different starting today. Abraham Lincoln is an honorable world leader. His famous quote, "I am a slow walker, but I never walk backward," inspires a lot of people to achieve their dreams no matter how difficult a task can be. And his famous saying of the best way to predict the future is to create it will always stay in our mind. He will always be in everyone's heart because he stands up against what is wrong to find justice for slavery. It will make other people stand up against injustice just like Abraham Lincoln.